I'm Tony. He's Mike, and we're here to do a quick and dirty, and we're going to let you know if Those That Wish Me Dead is worth the click.
Spoilers? No.
No, just no. All right, so what are we doing next? No, you know what? I didn't have high hopes for this movie, but weirdly, I've been a fan of a lot of Angelina Jolie's action films. I really loved her in Wanted, and I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I liked Salt, and I thought this is going to be in the same vein. No, this movie starts off shit-tastic and then just gets dumber and worse as it goes. And they loaded this movie with like every name that they could, because when if you're paying attention, it's the dad in the movie is from Zack Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead. That's where you remember him from. He was a lot younger then, but that's who that was. Then you've got the Punisher from the Marvel TV shows that was on Netflix. You've got Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. You've got
that was. I was trying to I know that guy. I couldn't think of who it was. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Then you've also got his partner, and his partner was one of the main war boy from Mad Max Fury Road. That's Nicholas Hoult.
What's that British show? Skins.
Skins. There you go. So yeah.
Skins a fantastic young adult TV show, unlike United U.S. young adult TV shows.
What, you mean the Wizards of Waverly Place don't accurately depict life in high school in America in 2021?
All the actors in this film are, like you said, quality actors that can all act, and they all do what they can do with this POS script. But man, this story and this script is just garbage.
It is razor thin storytelling. I mean, like, it's just barely enough. He's a forensic accountant. Well, what did he uncover? No one knows. Why? Because they couldn't be bothered to say. But he wrote it down and gave it to his kid so that his kid could then take it to the news, not the sheriff, because the sheriff will be in on it. You got to go to the news with this. Are you fucking kidding me? So
it's like it took two different plots, just mashed it together.
I don't know. I guess this is supposed to be like Angelina Jolie's Backdraft, because they had the smoke jumpers who are, the people that work for the Park Service that fight big raging forest fires. And yet at the same time, they show every one of them as complete douchebags that I wouldn't want anything to do with ever. They don't come off as heroic. They don't come off as cool. They don't come off as like, we put our job first. We're dedicated employees that do a job that no one else wants. No, they all come off as pretentious douchebags that are in everybody's face about how fucking cool they are. And then Angelina Jolie and the stupid fucking stunt with the parachute in the back of the pickup truck. What the fuck was that even supposed to be? She's a risk taker. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, they're edgy. They're cool. They sit into the picnic bench all by themselves because they're too cool to hang out with everybody else in the briefing that's going on over there. And they got the assholes that talk loud enough to where they just disrupt everybody else.
Exactly. There's a time and a place. This is neither. And yet this is where they choose to showcase it. And let's not forget Angelina Jolie's super sandbag tossing skills, because when it comes to tossing a sandbag into a hole, she's the bestest at that. She doesn't even need to get up or have somebody hold her beer. Nope, just nothing but net. She just airballs that shit right into it.
And here's the other thing about this. Like, it's not even a setup for anything.
No.
It's not set up for nothing.
It pays off.
Yeah.
So,
and there's the other thing too. They go through trouble introducing her crew, the douche crew, and you never see them again until the very end of the movie. Like once the plot really gets rolling, they're nowhere to be found, except for the very end of the movie.
Right before the end credits, they don't try to help. They don't like heroically fight the fire that the assassins start. There's no risk. There's no nothing. It's just dumb. And speaking of characters that do nothing, the pregnant wife of the sheriff's deputy, she runs a survival school. Well, for someone who runs a survival school, boy, she's not very good at it.
Well, you say that, but she did fend off the two, assassins who are two of the worst assassins, hitmen ever. I mean, they are dumb. They are dumb.
Truly. And then on top of all that, we also get the plot point where Angelina Jolie was fighting a fire the year before, and some kids got caught in the fire because the winds changed and she couldn't get them out, and all she could do was watch them burn. And she's just all tore up over this. So naturally, when this boy who does not get killed by the assassins because they suck, when she runs into this kid, she's got to do everything she can to make sure that he survives no matter what, because this is her redemption arc. It's
awful.
It's bad.
It's so bad. It's funny. And it's funny. The only real chemistry on screen is between the two hitmen.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's it. I felt more for the two hitmen than I did anybody else in the whole movie. I was actually semi-rooting for them because it's like people I could kind of half-ass get behind, but they were so stupid and inept.
The sooner everybody's dead, the sooner the movie's over with. I can understand why you would be rooting for them. What I really don't understand is this movie has like a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is just, if you need proof that Rotten Tomatoes is bullshit, this is your proof right here. This movie it's not entertaining. It's not fun. The characters aren't charismatic. There's no great performances. It's not a smart script. This is like big, dumb popcorn film. And if this had come out in theaters, it would have been a colossal dud.
Oh, dude, it would have made no money. No, this would have been a disaster. There's no way they're recouping from this. I bet they had every intention of having this released in a theater.
I'm sure.
I guarantee they did, because it's a stellar cast. But
it's got the makings of a great movie poster.
But like some of the elements just don't work. Like a firefighter procedural type of drama mixed in with what the fuck, like some crime thriller?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a crime thriller. Like I said, and the most insulting part of this is that this was based on a book. Now, apparently there was like a bidding war over the book because it was and I'm like trying to think like
HBO lost.
People got him substantially dumber. I had not read the book. But all I can say is that if this is a fairly accurate representation of what was in the book, why do people read this shit?
Well, this is for you, for making me watch this so we can review this.
Look, this is a public service that we're saving people 2 hours of their lives at the expense of our own. So just subscribe. You owe us that much.
Fair enough. All right.
I could never imagine recommending this to anybody. It's unentertaining. This is entertainment. That's
this thing. It's not even worth having on in the background.
Oh yeah, and P.S. If you're in a forest fire and you're in a river, that water will boil. I just want to throw that out there for you. If you're gonna try to survive by holding your breath.
Here's the other thing. Like at the end of the movie where you had the married couple on top of the watchtower.
Yeah.
How do they not incinerate with everything else around them? It's so funny. Everything else is completely destroyed, burnt to the ground, except for the watchtower. The watchtower is still standing, and somehow they're not burnt to a fucking crisp.
Well, the watchtower is metal, but metal does
sit outside. They would have died.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's not so much that the trees are burning. It's the fact that you have these giant clouds of superheated, debris-filled gas and smoke that even if they have their oxygen masks on, that's not going to stop their skin from being completely charred off. You're absolutely right about that. When they got to that scene and the Punisher was dead, but his pregnant wife was alive, and boy, she was remorseful. Oh, is he? No, he didn't make it. Wow, the power, the emotion of that scene. I was so moved by how sad she was that he was never going to meet his unborn daughter. It really moved me. seriously,
Oh, good God.
this movie sucked. It was horrible. I'm offering Mike an apology. That's how bad this movie was. I'm sorry that we needed to do another quick and dirty, but we suffer so you don't have to. So yeah, skip this movie. Go watch reruns of MASH or The Twilight Zone or any jam bamboo under your nails. It's more enjoyable than this. So
yeah, watch any other Angelina Jolie movie because this is probably the worst I've seen. I can't think of one that's worse. I really can't. I'd rather watch Hackers than watch this.
Yeah,
and Hackers sucks.
It's not that she's not doing her job, but it's that this script is so flimsy and bullshit that even she can't elevate the material to watchable. So Mike, what are we watching next?
Sorry, but we're watching The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh, can't wait.
Better us than you guys, I guess. So. Thank us in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that fun shit. So maybe it'll make it worth it.
Just one last time. Don't watch this movie. It sucks. This movie deserves to be a complete failure, not just in theaters, but on streaming as well.
All right, well, we'll see you guys the next time.